Yeah, yo. Woke up in the morning and to God be the glory. Thankful for another day to tell my story. Put my opinions in the universe and let them orbit. I'm from the dirty south with a dirty mouth, might need orbit. Miss things on me like a nigga Norbit. Had to refuse them cause my bitch no Resfusion, she gorgeous. As I dap my sons up and kiss my daughter forehead. Tell them we gon' get this money till my pockets morbid. Remember living in apartments, now we playing mortgage. You ain't gotta like a nigga regardless, baby, I'm blessed. And I keep that blick with me, we like grits and eggs. As you sip your coffee, flick your cigarette and let a nigga vent. Yeah.
We back. Oh, we back. Grits and Eggs podcast, nigga. Sip my coffee, light my cigarette. Episode 60.
Ooh, episode 60?
Yeah, nigga, on Crip.
All right.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Shout out to all my Crips out there, nigga.
Yeah, episode 60,
Yeah,
nigga.
nigga, we doing this for the hood.
Yeah, on hood, nigga.
On the hood, nigga. Deontay, as always, nigga, I'm your host, Deontay Kyle, but guess who's behind the camera?
Big rolling 60. No, I'm just playing. Big Ice Cup Cat, man. Big Ice Cup.
Big rolling 60 cat is crazy. Hey, look.
Oh, shit.
We're just joking.
Yeah, we're not for real.
I know y'all going through a lot right now. So don't put us in your shit, man. We love gangbanging.
We love everything y'all doing.
we love everything y'all do for the community. Deontay at DeontayKyle.com for advice, music submissions, New Music Monday from the drop. Well, it'll been already dropped by the time this come out.
Yeah.
Tap in with the New Music Monday, man. Talea.
Oh, Talea.
Nocturne. We finding some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, and we're not limiting this thing to just rap because Talea's R&B fire.
Good music.
Nocturne came through with the EDM.
I'm ready to kill a vampire.
oh God!
Thought it was Blades.
I thought I was Blade, yo. I was ready to bite something. Go fuck yourself.
Ready to bite something is crazy.
Yeah. Nah, that shit was hard. But and DeontayKyle.com, a lot of spring merch is on the way. Tristan do his thing. I was on my Polo Joe shit today. Okay,
Obviously.
it got a little warm outside. I got on white pants and a polo.
I'm about to go play golf. Yeah.
They don't really know. They don't really know. Bam, bam, bam.
So I ain't fresh? I ain't fresh?
I ain't fresh?
I ain't fresh?
Man, come on, stop talking about my man, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. West side, young Drew, man. It's your bankhead partner, nigga. So go on DeontayKyle.com. Spring collection dropping. You Matter collaboration. When should we drop that?
Soon.
Now?
You want to drop it now?
Let's do it now.
Right now. Okay.
Let's tune into each other. Because this is how bad I want you, baby.
We back.
Hey, man, shout out my boy Meech.
Good colors.
Brand ambassador.
Good color.
The brand ambassador.
You the face.
Yeah, it's me, nigga, because you matter.
Yeah.
Deontay.Kyle on everything.
BIGG_KAT89 on Instagram. Big Ice Cup Cat on TikTok.
Yes, sir. 657-234-X. That's 657-234-3447. Call in. We got some call-ins today. We got some emails today. As always, we just need to remind niggas, not one, but two Podcast of the Year award nominations.
Ooh.
Yeah. The BIA,
Yeah.
AAMBC Literary Podcast Award.
Who we up against?
Club Shay Shay?
We got it.
We got it. I don't even know who else in the BIA shit. I don't even know who nominated in the BIA category.
Just know we got it.
I just know we walking away.
Yeah.
Got Booker T with the 2 belts on my shoulder. Nigga.
5 times, nigga.
The 5 times.
Yeah.
We're popping good shit. All the information to vote is in the description. Go check it out. Make sure you go vote. As a disclaimer, for the AAMBC, you will have to vote in every category to place a vote for us, but you love us, so go do it. Yeah. Juneteenth. June 19th and 20th.
Well, yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
United We Heal Film Festival. Highlighting independent black and brown filmmakers. This is black people taking the narrative of how we show up in media and film back, telling our stories through our own eyes, from our own perspectives, in the way we would like to be seen. It's organized and led by a group of like real dope black women, bro. I've been having conversations with them weekly. I actually got a meeting with them today. Shit, man, it's love, bro. I would be hosting the United We Heal Film Festival, Underground Arts, Philadelphia, June 20th. Get your tickets, because we're gonna be in Philly.
Go be it there.
City of brotherly love.
Right on Kensington.
Right on Kensington. I might do some dope.
Show up to the film festival on the air ride.
Off the Fenty.
With the lean, nigga.
Yeah, show you who the real Rihanna is. Me and Skrilla.
Oh, shit.
We do got some possible things. Definitely Atlantic Comic-Con. Norfolk, Virginia.
Virginia, we coming.
Well, Norfolk, Virginia will be there.
Yeah.
Be there in August. More details on that later. And we might see a possible sighting of Deontay in New Orleans in September.
Sweet tea and beignets.
Yeah. Look at the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's George Bush.
Hey. Shit. Oh, shit. George Bush. Oh. All right. You can never be serious, son.
My bad, yo. That was too much. That was admittedly bad taste on my behalf. It was just,
shit. Okay.
We doing our best. How was your week, brother?
It was cool, but I got a lot of rest.
Yeah, needed that.
Yeah. How about you?
No rest. Actually, I didn't rest at all.
I look up, this nigga at a motherfucking soccer game. Like, nigga, I like soccer.
Hold on. So, let's be clear. Maybach Suite.
Oh, nigga in a suite.
I could have ran on the field for real. I could have. Shout out my man B Right, bro. B Right be putting me in the spots. Shout out Paper Frank. Shout out my man Frico. And everybody else that was over there with us vibing. Good vibes over there. A lot of vibes.
Yeah.
Nigga went to the East Atlanta Village afterwards.
Oh, that was a good time.
Man, bruh, we was in this little pizza spot. The whole shit packed. Now, the front like a restaurant. The middle is like, or like more towards the back, it's like a party. Like, they got games and shit. Okay. Then you walk upstairs, it's like a bar right there. But if you go out to the back, it's like a whole back porch type shit. It's closed off. Niggas done took over the back porch. Niggas coming out there to smoke. They see all niggas out there. They like, we're going to just go back inside. We might go smoke out front. I'm like, yeah, white people be intimidated. Bunch of niggas with money out here.
Bunch of rich niggas out here.
Yeah, a bunch of artists.
Bunch of free thinkers out here.
Nah, real.
Yeah, a bunch of free thinkers out here.
Yeah, it's a lot of
bitch.
free thinking.
Yeah.
A lot of freedom of thought out this bitch. A lot of money, a lot of shots. You know what I mean? You know how I get when I get a few drinks in me?
Uh-huh.
So they had the good Espinal over there. Shots for everybody. And you know what I mean? I'm not a regular nigga. Double shots.
Double shot it?
Double shots for everybody.
God damn.
It was 3 girls over there like, they was like, what y'all drinking? I was like, y'all want some shots? Fuck it. Shots for them. Shot them up too.
Nigga just the shot ambassador out here.
Everybody get shots.
Double it up.
Cause I keep that blick with me. Shots for everybody, nigga.
Oh, shit.
That shit was a lot. That shit was a vibe though, bro. We had a good ass time, bro. This how lit I am though. I'm goddamn be right, go get some pizza and shit. He gonna get the, you know what I'm saying, the what's them shits called? It's just a regular like mozzarella, like the big mozzarella with the tomatoes on it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like a margarita or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, I bite into the tomato, that bitch skeet all on my shirt, bro, on the white polo.
Oh.
You think I left?
No.
Absolutely not. We're still vibing.
Yeah.
We still cooling. It was a good time though, man. We had a good time. The Atlanta United games be lit as fuck.
No, they be lit, huh?
Trinidad James did the
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. What is it? It's a drum, right?
No, it's like the hammer with
The spike
the
shit.
spike, yeah.
Yeah, he did that shit. I was like,
James, man.
James.
Floated in on his afro.
Like, floated off right after.
Disappeared.
They opened up the top, nigga. Just went up.
They opened up the stadium. That nigga just nigga ascended like he was Jesus.
I ain't gonna lie, we ain't got too many Afro jokes left in this for that nigga to be like, all right, niggas.
Yeah.
Enough.
Enough.
I'm trying to be cool with you niggas.
I'm shutting that shit down.
Yeah. We'll shut the whole podcast down.
Nigga. Shut that bitch the fuck down. Big ass island. Oh shit.
Okay. How do we transition into seriousness?
How we always do.
All right.
Nigga.
Just take off out there. Oh shit.
Who's Trinidad James?
Oh shit, it's Trinidad James.
Nigga thought it was the Falcons. Trinidad James.
No, it's Trinidad James. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Trinidad James.
Trinidad James.
Shout out to Dad, man. Okay, so Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Not the one that just got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
But
the young teenager from Frisco, Texas. 17-year-old student was fatally stabbed by another student during an altercation at a high school track meet in suburban Dallas on Wednesday, police said. The suspect, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, was taken into custody and charged with murder, according to police in Frisco, about 30 miles north of Dallas. Bond has not yet been set. This article is from like 5 days ago. Police spokesperson says Anthony is being held at the city jail and would be transferred to the Collin County Jail. Spokesperson said he did not know whether Anthony had an attorney yet or not yet. Efforts to find contact information for family members to speak on Anthony's behalf were not immediately successful. The Frisco Independent School District said the stabbing happened at a meet where student athletes from 8 of the district's 12 schools were competing. The student who was killed is Austin Metcalf, an 11th grader at Memorial High School, according to an email the principal sent to parents Wednesday. Details on what led to the stabbing were not immediately released. Frisco police asked for anyone with information to come forward. Well, people did come forward. And Carmelo Anthony says that he was acting in self-defense. Details came out, said that there was an altercation. Obviously, he was in the wrong seat. Him and his brother tried bullying a nigga up out the seat. Niggas got stabbed. He said he was acting in self-defense. Now, black people naturally outraged at a situation like this. Of course. White people are outraged at this and actually using this as a way to paint black people as violent and savages when they have a very detailed and long history of violence. Some could say that their history only pertains to violence. That's all it is violence. So, of course, narcissists project, and white people are world-renowned narcissists.
Pretty much.
And they're going to project their own devious deeds onto us. So, how do black people respond? Not a whole bunch of think pieces, Not a whole bunch of this. Family of Texas teenager accused of killing track rival has raised more than $80K for his legal defense. Now that's how you fucking respond.
That's how you do it.
Go protect that young man. Let's fight it in court because that's what they gonna do.
Yeah.
And they're already trying to paint the narrative of him being. They using guns. They using photos of him with guns.
He had an air gun.
First of all, he with the homies. They don't show that.
Yeah.
Now Austin Metcalf and his brother out there with guns. And real guns.
Real guns.
Oh no, but he's a victim.
Yeah.
Stand your ground has to apply to everybody, right?
Right.
So the family of Texas teenager accused of fatally stabbing a fellow high school track star has started a legal defense fund on his behalf, and a fundraiser posted on Give, Send, Go. The family of Carmelo Anthony, who was charged with murder following the death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf on April 2nd, wrote that accusations against the teens were false, unjust, and harmful. This is the official support for Carmelo Anthony and his family during this challenging and difficult time. The narrative being spread is false, unjust, and harmful. As a family of faith, we are deeply grateful for all your support during this trying period. Your prayers and assistance mean more to us now than ever, the family adds. As of Sunday, April 6th, the fundraiser has garnered more than $85,000 of donations towards a $100,000 goal. And 100 of those is my money. I'm gonna put Give, Send, Go link in the description. We should definitely be supporting this young man. We understand that the media is running an extreme smear campaign on him right now, and if he did act in self-defense, then his stance is just.
I mean, there are witnesses there. There were kids there. Everybody's there.
Everybody's there.
So they're gonna get called in to testify.
Well, here's the thing: white people think that we're just supposed to sit by and allow them to brutalize us.
Oh no.
You know, so us standing up for ourselves, us acting in self-defense, that's a crime to them. Now, let me make a parallel, right? Because Twitter is full of bots.
Yeah.
So you have to be mindful, like, don't get on Twitter and respond to bots. Because they're trying to paint this young man as a savage, and they're making posts about, oh, why are black people why is violence their second nature? You know, they doing this whole thing where they're trying to get us into a back and forth. But the real way we respond is by supporting, and the way we support is make sure that he has the best lawyer in the country.
Facts.
Right? And it's paid for. And it's not somebody trying to look for like some polarizing thing. So not somebody trying to make their career, somebody that really do this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that money do. And Darren Wilson, officer who killed Mike Brown, no problem when everybody donated to his GoFundMe.
Right.
George Zimmerman had a GoFundMe. Kyle Rittenhouse had a GoFundMe. No issues there. Now that black people are coming out and putting their money up in support, same thing y'all do. When it's on tape that you dead ass wrong and y'all still support your own. Now they trying to say it's fraud. All this, like, white people, fucking white lawyers trying to get the fundraiser taken down and all this type of shit. They tried to get his GoFundMe taken down.
They can take it down. We'll send it to the family.
Send it direct.
We'll send it direct.
We'll send it on Zelle.
Yeah, nigga. Cash App.
Cash App that to you.
Hey,
What? We'll pull up and bring a check.
Yeah, nigga.
But the thing is this. They don't like that we are. See, this is what they used to niggas doing.
Yeah.
Is finding fault with him. They used to us siding with them and finding fault. Oh, no matter what was happening, this is what they want niggas to say. No matter what was happening, he shouldn't have got stabbed. Nobody should have been harmed. Oh, but it's okay to bully us.
Yeah.
And you thought you and your brother, and then now you done died in your brother's arm. Shit happens. Huh?
Now, what I can say is this: he can beat the murder rap, right? But also, just remember, what I want to say
He's
is,
probably gonna do some time because
of the knife.
The knife, right?
On the
school campus.
Yeah. That's my only thing.
But then also too, it's like he had to know. He's probably dealt with he's had to have been dealing with racism for quite some time.
I'm sure.
Because it's stated that they're clearly in a suburb. And in some of the pictures, you know, he got white homeboys, black homeboys, all this and that. So he's obviously the minority where he lives.
Yeah.
And he's probably used to niggas trying to, like, bow up on him and shit and, like, bully him. And we are in Texas. These little crackers be racist as fuck.
Yeah.
He defended himself.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
the thing is this. I'm not in a position to have any empathy for this anymore. I'm tired of trying to look at both sides of situations. I'm trying to be understanding. I'm tired of us trying to find fault within ourselves when all we should be doing is defending ourselves.
Facts.
If you're defending yourself, how can you be in the wrong?
You can't.
But the way that America looks at these things is that no, that's what we do, guys. That's what we do. We brutalize you. We bully you. We provoke you. And then the second that you stand up for yourself, we'll paint you as the villain. Well, that's not happening because black people know the playbook too well. Y'all run the same plays over and over. And this time, instead of letting the voices of Black America be loud to take the side of white people, the voice of Black America been loud in support of Carmelo Anthony, as they should be. And now they're talking about a bond reduction, which is good because that can be covered by the Go Send Go. But white people being mad, white people hate that we're standing in solidarity. They had the whole protest on April 5th, right? White people all over the country protesting. A mess. It's a parade. It's not a protest. Oh, let me tell you too. Why did you know that this country is not threatened by white people protesting? No police presence.
None.
No arrests, no detainments, no fights, no looting, no burning, no nothing. Right? But let it have been us out there. Police presence met with resistance, agents starting riots, agents destroying government property, agents creating chaos in the midst of a truly peaceful protest. And you got white bitches out here talking about, we need more kid-friendly things to do at the protest. Maybe a bounce house.
At the protest?
Because it's not real to them. It's performance.
Right.
It's a parade. And all of you out there trying to absolve yourselves of guilt for voting for that nigga that's fucking you over currently.
Yeah, he's fucking y'all up.
Man, he's fucking them up. Got Dave Porter. The stock market have lost $7 million. Good.
Hey, listen.
Hey, that's what you voted for, right?
It's what you wanted.
This is what you wanted. That's the fallacy of white supremacy. And we need to talk about who the real victims of Project 2025 are. Now, let's think about this. So, in response to Barack and the 2 terms that he led and the shift that happened in the country. Now, regardless of how you feel about Barack Obama and understanding what the seat of the American empire comes with, you're gonna have a little blood on your hands when you leave.
Sure.
A couple of war crimes. It's the American way. It's the colonial empire. That's what we do.
Pretty much.
But as a representation, right? As a representation of the people, class act. Representation of the nuclear family, class act. International affairs, class act. He give a speech, niggas is captivated. The charisma. Great representation of the country that we want to see, right? Regardless, politics aside, optically, he looks like a great leader. And he represents as a great leader. So in response to that, you get a reality star, a con man, a whoremonger, notoriously bankrupt, notoriously calls himself a businessman and all of his businesses fail. And this is his one last hoorah. This is his big business moment. The way that he can leverage his charisma and his experience as a reality TV star into a presidency of America because he's good for ratings. He knows those racist dog whistles because he was raised by Klan members. Called for a hit of the Central Park 5. He knows this game all too well. He said it back in the 80s. If he ever was to run for Republican, for office, he would run Republican because he understands the mentality of poor white people that as long as they're being represented, they don't want the money. Because they getting all the food stamps, all the welfare, but they going to point that finger at you. It's a projection, as we spoke on before. They want to paint us as violent because they are inherently violent people. White lady got up there. Old white man walked up. I am a weapon. And showed her who's boss. Slapped her right in her fucking face.
1945.
And guess what? Nobody broke it up. No police came. Because that's what they do. Because white women are their property. Slow motion slapped her in the face. She didn't even trip. That's what they do. So in response, 2016 comes around and white people overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump, regardless of how much of a clown he is. This emboldened racist, white businessmen. Love that because he's going to look out for the rich. So if you're rich, You see a lot of niggas get on that wave too because they got money, black Republicans. And then we get Joe Biden, who is not a great representative of the country because not only his age, but his history actually kind of makes us look like a joke, like we're being run by a senior citizen home. But the woman standing next to him that's the person that everybody feared for real, Kamala Harris. Because they, again, great representation, regardless of the politics, anything like that. A woman of color, very astute, has all of the qualifications, has the charisma, would be a great leader. So if she has to run against Donald Trump, who do you think these people are going to vote for? Trump. Fear of the black planet, right? So they don't want black people to be their representative. They want black people to use their bodies to bail them out of tough situations because they would have loved for black people to be out there on the front lines on their protest parade. But we didn't do that. So who's the real victim of Project 2025? Because when you think about this, they lure these poor people in because they're uneducated and doing away with the Department of Education when white people need it the most. But it don't matter because information and education, that's a kryptonite to them. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do better, right? Who's the real victim? Get rid of the Department of Education, start rolling back on Social Security and social programs, welfare, food stamps. They're overwhelmingly on it, dependent upon it, running these farms in these rural countries, using Mexicans for cheap labor, not only on the construction, but to get their produce, pick their produce. Losing that, going to lose the farm. Heavily invested in crypto, heavily invested in the stock market. Think, oh, Donald Trump, he's a businessman. Stock market's plummeting, losing money, losing millions. And black people is out here on trail rides clapping fans. Nigga. Cause how do we can no longer concern ourselves, bruh. Y'all are the victims of this thing. And because it's being telegraphed that we're the ones that's going to be the victims, when we talking about rolling back DEI, well, that just means niggas, even though we're the fifth and who benefits from it, and white women benefit from it the most. When you say woke, well, what's the opposite of that? Y'all niggas want to stay asleep. You want to go back to sleep. Well, you finna sleep. You finna sleep yourself right away in the motherfucking poverty and a lack of education. And black people have always found a way to sustain ourselves. And black people, pay attention to this case because this is what this is about. Defending yourself against white supremacy, you're going to get a smear campaign. And it's up to us to combat that with support. And the best support in a situation like this, when we're dealing with the law, is financial support. And that's what we did. And that's what got them mad. Not think pieces, not crying, send that money, because that's what they do. You wonder why some of these niggas get off when they're so clearly in the wrong? Because they sending that money. And that money is touching a lot of hands. It's not just going to the defense. It's going to the judge. It's going to the county. How do we divvy up? If they donate $500,000, well, we only need $100,000 for the defense. How we gonna divvy up that for? Huh? Who gonna line who pockets? Don't act like you don't know how this shit work. So who are the real victims of Project 2025? Who are going to be the real victims of this Trump presidency? Because the other thing is this: if they are the overwhelming population, and they put their life on easy mode to keep them mediocre. We're going to make everything easy for you. We're going to make sure when you get the job, you get the most money. We're going to make sure when you go to get the house, no issues. We're going to make sure when you go to the bank, no issues. We're going to make sure when you get pulled over by the police, no issues. You live your life on easy so I can keep you mediocre. This idea of supremacy is a fallacy that's orchestrated for control. And they got your mind fucked up. And you think you're superior because you white. So when they really put the play down, you too weak to fight back. You don't have any organization. That's why your protest looks like a parade. It hasn't even been 90 days. You already regretting the decision that niggas told you. We told you. So niggas say, you know what? Fuck it. Done talking. That's y'all problem now. We're going to go over here and do our thing. We're going to make sure that we enroll in self-defense classes. We're going on group hikes. We're going on trail rides. We're going to continue to have fun. We're going to continue because guess what? Par for course. Par for course. You want to roll back on the DEI initiative target? We taking the money out of there. Young black men at Michigan, what is it? Michigan State?
Michigan, University of Michigan.
University of Michigan. They want to roll back on DEI initiatives. Hit that transfer portal. Because those sports teams ain't doing shit without niggas. Trust me. You want to see 5 white men on the basketball court? You want to see 22 white men on the football field? Have at it. Niggas gonna be in everything. Niggas gonna start playing JUCO teams. Damn. This week we got University of Michigan versus Kalamazoo Tech.
Kalamazoo Tech. Kalamazoo Tech wins.
By 60. Because there's nothing but niggas on the Kalamazoo team.
Kalamazoo doing numbers, son.
What? They can hand that shit up in the gym. What? You're being used and you don't know it because you're too ignorant and you have too much cognitive dissonance. Like I said last time, you operate on a serial level of cognitive dissonance because you don't know what it's like not to be number one. And the whole time you ain't been number one, you've been poor. Sackler family, they saw that coming. Oh, no, we'll just call it a disease, so we can keep that money flowing. It's criminal when we on drugs, but guess what? Again, we bounce back. This is the jealousy. This is why everybody hates black people, regardless of what our circumstances are and what we endure. We are experiencing joy. We gonna have a good time regardless. White people don't look like they're having a good time. And you know why? It's a fallacy. They understand it's a fallacy. The white supremacy is a fallacy. You're saying I'm supreme, I don't feel it. You're saying I'm supreme, and I don't see it. If you're so supreme, why is there a need to always push others down, to kick others down? Why? If I'm supreme, I really actually don't concern myself with people that are inferior to me. You know it in the back of your mind, it's a fallacy. Look what they do with the beauty standard. Keep white women sick. Because a white woman's idea of beauty is real thin with the titties. Ugh, Pamela Anderson. Now, Kim Kardashian came through and hit y'all with the trick bag, but you can't achieve genetics through plastic surgery. Okay? Understand that. I mean, look, the hair is flat and it's lifeless. The face, they be looking crazy. This is a history of addiction, a history of inbreeding. This is not the standard, guys, and we know that. And everybody else is starting to know that too. My standard is black women. I mean, you don't even gotta go to the doctor. Huh? Go look at her grandma. She fine too. We have a host of problems. But their beauty standards is unachievable, and especially for us. We have to create our own beauty standards. Like, this is the thing. We're in a space. All right, cool. We understand what the play is. We're going to wipe our slate clean, and we're going to start building our own blocks. And if they come fucking with us, we're going to respond. We're going to respond. And it's up to us now to prove to everybody else. This is an opportunity for us to prove to everybody else and to prove to ourselves what happens when we defend ourselves and they try to paint them as a villain and we go support. We can't undo the situation. But the financial support overwhelmingly for the family. Come on, this is a good kid, bro. He's a track. He's not gangster. He's a track. He's on track. Mm-hmm. He holding up an airsoft gun. This is whatever. He's a kid. He's recreating what they see in media all the time. This is what rappers do all the time. When white people are hunters, they love showing our big trophy game. They actually be out here killing shit. Trophy hunting, not even for food.
Fucking up the environment.
Fucking up the ecosystem. Fucking up the environment, as they have done since they've been here. Niggas are the reason for the Dust Bowl because they killed all the goddamn buffaloes so that the goddamn Native Americans wouldn't have a food source. These people have like just take their history. That's their credit score. Start looking at it like that. You want to tell me how to fix my credit? You can't fix that kind of credit. It go back centuries. There's nothing to envy here. What we do is what we've been doing. We turn towards each other. It's brothers. We saying it and it's happening. And I'm proud of us because we turning towards each other. Ain't nobody coming to save us. And caping for them, that don't do nobody no good. The tides have shifted. All the Europeans that came over here traded in their culture. Traded in that culture for supremacy, to be a part of that white team. Italians, Irish, Polish, everything. And now where you at? Bland, out of touch, and then lumped in with these idiots. Tough, hey, it's a tough plight. Long road ahead for you guys. Because you're not going to catch up to us educationally. Everything's been given. How you going to catch up? Same fight we've been fighting this whole time. Oh, we're seasoned. Everything they've done to harm us has, the thing is, we're resilient. We're going to use it to our advantage. We're going to find a way to turn what y'all deem as weaknesses into strengths. We turn tragedies into triumph. And we've done it time and time again. And we're going to continue to do it. And the way that we're doing it right now is by being quiet and having fun. You see black people, we have got a smile on our face. We out somewhere dancing. We traveling. We having fun. We look good doing it too. While they sitting here stressed about the world. Guess what? This is the same old world it's been. And this is the same old world it's been for us. Hey, welcome to the fucking party. Sorry, you on the ground floor. You need VIP to get to this top floor. And we're fresh out of VIP tickets. Sorry. And there's no stairs. Sorry. Good luck. Trade it in your culture. To trade in your culture. Now you got no legs to stand on. Irish, like, what was it, St. Patrick's Day? That's their parade? Yeah. And what's the day about? Alcoholism. Yeah. Just a history of being drug addicts and alcoholics. Just a history. Ain't no Italian parade. Because their entire reputation in this country is being criminals. Criminals and crooks, corrupt. Sounds about white. Then we look at these other communities, right? You think about the Hispanics, the Mexicans, and think about that. The threat of deportation, the threat of ICE puts you behind enemy lines. So you in America, now you got to be on high alert. You behind enemy lines. And this is what I hate. This thing I hate to hear niggas say. I hate to hear niggas say this. We need to be more like the Mexicans. What, drunk wage slaves? Drunk? Oh, they live all together. It'd be 10 of them in one house. That sounds appealing? I'm cool. I don't want to live on top of each other. I think we could achieve unity and community outside of being huddled up in the fucking house together, 10 deep, with 10 kids. It's 10 adults, 10 kids. Have you spent any time around these people? They work hard. They work hard, sun up to sundown, being underpaid to benefit people who know that they're undocumented and use them for cheap labor. The same way they use prisoners for cheap labor. And now you behind enemy lines, which make you a prisoner and subjected to cheap labor. Yeah, of course you're getting drunk. Drunk as fuck, go home, beat the shit out your wife. And keep her pregnant and barefoot. They keep their women barefoot and pregnant, but we don't say shit about that. We don't like to talk about that because they try to benefit others with these stereotypes. You fall into the hard-working oh, the Mexicans, hard workers. Yeah, they gassing you up so you can go do the cheap labor. And you think you're going to achieve the American dream, and maybe 1 out of 15,000 of y'all that come over here does achieve an American dream, and you think it's an achievable thing. I'm at the construction sites. I see niggas clearly in their 60s out there still building homes. That's what we should aspire to. I'm good. Indians come over here, they get businesses, right? You know about how the Patel family got they created a monopoly on the hotel industry? When they came over here, this is what they do. They buy a hotel, they move everybody out. They fire all the staff. They reserve 1 or 2 rooms. They move their family over here. The family comes over, works for free, essentially. And because they don't have to pay anything in labor, and they create their own supply, like they create a supply chain. Whatever's in competition, they just give a lower rate. Put another hotel out of business, buy that hotel, so on and so forth, right? But niggas live in a hotel.
Jamie Foxx.
And it ain't that. It's a Quality Inn.
And the King's Tower.
And King's Tower. It's a Sunset Inn. It's a Motel 6. Yeah, so yeah, let's aspire to that. Let's aspire to live in a fucking hotel. Where for most black people, living in a hotel means you on fucking rock bottom. Like you are homeless. And how you gonna run the hotel if you're not there? So you talking about niggas pulling 16, 12-hour shifts on a split. And your family, you come over here, you don't know the language, you don't understand the culture, and you live in a fucking hotel, and you clean up rooms and doing all this labor damn near for free. Yeah, Indians aren't on gas station and hotel plantations. Go to the gas station, see the nigga who own it, and tell me he ain't been there since 8 a.m. Day in, day out, 365. Hey, if that's your idea of financial freedom, have at it. I don't want to own a gas station if I gotta live in that bitch. But we look at that as something to aspire to. White people are just miserable drug addicts that they live in a mental prison that they created. The standards they created, they can't achieve. That's supremacy? That's what I'm supposed to aspire to? No, I aspire to be what I already am. And I aspire to get back all the things we lost. That's my aspiration. We talked about it on Patreon episode. We're going to get back to the church. Mm. We're going to lead a religion, and we're going to get back to the church. Mm. We're going to have experts come in to teach us about agriculture. Tradesmen come in, teach us about the trades. Doctors come in, teach us about health and nutrition. All black. I'm telling you, that's my 5-year plan. And we're going to let you niggas sully it. Mm. We'll be right back at this quick commercial break. We back. Now, I know all my business folks, my entrepreneurs going to say, what are you saying? We shouldn't aspire to own businesses? Come on. Let's not be dense. I understand that we're going to need our own. I understand we're going to need our own gas stations. But let's start in the places where we operate. Let's start in the places where we already spend our money. Beauty supply stores, that's where we should start. Nail salons, we should start there. And we got to stop capping each other. Trying to whack niggas' heads off just because they walk into business. I'm going to say it again. We got to stop doing business like crack dealers. Asians are extremely robotic. Extremely robotic. They're trying to live up to their own stereotypes. The stereotypes of being mathematical geniuses and wizards and intellectually superior to everybody else. That's fine. It's a lot of pressure. And we see how they put the pressure on their kids because what they're really trying to aspire to is to compete with white supremacy. Got I Show Speed over there, flying cars and doing all this shit and steady being called a monkey. Still racist. And got to understand that they're operating robotic because they live off a social credit score. So their politeness is contrived. It's boxed in. It's not real. Mm-mm. It's programmed. So let's go for the businesses and operate the businesses that we keep afloat. The beauty supply stores are afloat because of us. The nail salons, especially the ones in our neighborhood, are heavily afloat because of us. So we should go for those businesses and rise and grind it out. Let them niggas they can have the gas stations. They can have the hotels until we get to a space where we're going to operate and own our own hotels and gas stations. But we should go where we spend our money the most first. And then we should do business according to how business should be done. Sometimes you got to understand that operating a business doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. But if you can make $250,000, $300,000 in profit a year, you're living a good life. You're living a good life. And you're providing a service to the community. And the community feels safe there. And they feel respected there. And they feel welcome. And it feels like home. And of course they're going to want to bring their money back. But when I walk into a place and I feel like a jug, I don't want to come back. I shouldn't feel taken advantage of when I leave. even down to the food. We should be entrepreneurs. We should own our own businesses. We should walk into places and see ourselves. And we should be greeted with the same respect. And the red carpet should be rolled out for us naturally. Because we should be opening the businesses for ourselves. We see how much money we spend consumer-wise. And I understand we operate a business too. I understand overheads. I understand product costs, all these different things. But you have to get to the point of how many times are you going to flip a day instead of trying to make it all back off of one flip? This is not the drug deal. This is not the drug business, okay? When they go get their product, their life is at risk. You work in a supply chain. Shout out to Coffee Black. Went to Ethiopia, built his own supply chain. Shout out to CIRCA Sense. Y'all see it. Black-owned candle company. We show her love. She showed us back by customizing us our own candle. It don't take nothing to show love, bro. We got to get to a place where we show each other love. But we can't look to any other community to set our own standards. They're not doing it right. If they have a history, why would you look to a society that has a history of killing you, that has a history of always backdooring you, that has a history of only using you for what they can gain from you, a history of violence, a history of addiction, a history of just being in disarray, even within their own communities, creating standards that they can't achieve so they can control? Why are we looking to that as some sort of aspiration? Or something we need to adopt? You want to adopt sociopathy? Psychopathy? That's what you want to adopt? Insanity? You want to deplore all of the empathy out of your body to get ahead? This is not something to aspire to. Everything that we need is already within us. But we have to channel it towards each other. If we can excuse the racism of these communities to try to find humanity in them, then why can't we look towards each other knowing our history? It's detailed. We understand how it's divided us. We understand the lasting effects it's had on us and why we treat each other the way we treat each other. And we understand how those things are used in media to continue to push that narrative. When we see each other in person, it's really love. It's actually love. I actually go out and see black people and feel loved, feel welcome, feel like I'm within community. I feel comfortable when I walk into a space and there's a lot of black people in there. I love that. That's why I'm comfortable at. I'm uncomfortable when I walk in and I'm the minority. Don't want to be there. Got to keep my head on the motherfucking swivel because I know the history and you do too. Stop trying to implore empathy upon these communities and cut them off. They only seek us for what they can get from us. It's black and brown pride when the police kill a Hispanic man. Oh yeah, it's black and brown then. Oh yeah, it's yellow and black then when they need us to come on the front lines and protest with us. But steadily perpetuating the same monkey stereotypes, anti-black rhetoric, and their society is built on anti-blackness. All of them. Go to their societies. Go look at their cultures. The darker you are, the less you have. And they bring that mentality over here, and it's supported and backed by white supremacy. And it's encouraged to be anti-black. And you can find in your motherfucking heart and in your mind, you can find a reason to be empathetic and excuse them and try to find the humanity in them. But you won't do that for your own brother and sister who have such a similar experience to you that who else is going to relate to you better? Who's going to understand your struggle? Who's going to understand your plight better than your brother or your sister? The conversations that we've created in this space alone have changed the minds of thousands of people. We single-handedly turned the YN narrative upside down. We single-handedly did that by imploring empathy, by looking at those young men and seeing ourselves. I don't want to hear YN. Don't say that shit around me. Take it out of your vocabulary. Because just like woke and DEI, it's another way to call you a nigga. You could be 17 years old, valedictorian, with all the ropes, all the decorations. It's valedictorian of the school. Oh, the YN's in education now. That's how you sound. Like, that's what y'all would say. And you allow these people trick you and make fun of you, and then you adopt it and try to hee and ha ha. Everything ain't goddamn funny. Everything ain't funny, nigga. I don't find that shit funny. As soon as you see a black man and he young, you can tell he a young teenager or young 20s, you want to call him a YN. Stop that shit, man. Stop that shit. Don't let them trick you into villainizing yourself. Because what do you think they think when they hear YN? In their mind, they got a villainous teenager out of Chicago or Philadelphia with a ski mask on, ready to kill each other. That's what they think when they hear YN. Stop saying that shit. You can say nigga. Them, like everybody else, always trying to find a loophole into our fucking community, into our culture. They got all this shit to say about niggas, but always trying to find a backdoor into our culture. It's always our culture up for the taking. It's never a conversation about, like, niggas ain't out here wearing kilts and then, oh, they're trying to cosplay our community. You don't hear Scottish people talking about black people trying to be in there or appropriate their culture. You don't never hear about black people trying to appropriate nobody else's fucking culture. The culture we have appropriated is violence, backdooring, two-facedness, jealousy, envy. That's the only thing we're appropriating. Let go of that shit, man. We can do this shit ourselves. Because there's a lot of industries that we keep afloat with our labor. There's a lot of there's a lot of industries that we keep afloat with our consumption. Us consuming their narratives about us keeps the prison industry afloat. You got young men out here right now knowing that they're going to go to prison, haven't even thought about college. It's all systemic. And if we keep feeding into the narrative of pointing and wagging our fucking fingers at each other, it's not going to change. Implore empathy, implore love towards one another. That's how you change things. You want to know what's on these young men's minds? Go ask them and allow them to speak. Stop wagging your fucking finger at it, because the thing is, they take a risk with their lives every day. You don't understand that type of risk. And they don't want to be talked down to. And the reason they're taking that risk is because they probably don't feel any love. And the young nigga narrative, the YN narrative, make them feel even more ostracized from the community. Because now it's their elders, the people that are supposed to love them, turning their back. Trauma comes from shit like that. If you have a mother that's jealous of you, that's going to create such a division in your life, a trauma in your life. Because this is the person that's supposed to love me. This is the person that's supposed to support me. This is the person that's supposed to direct me on my path. Teach me the mistakes they made so I don't make them myself, and do it with love. And stop wagging your fucking fingers. This is why the young people have such an issue with elders. Always wagging your goddamn fingers. You don't think you owe us no respect, but you act like you don't understand what our position is. You act like you wasn't young once and dumb and making bad decisions, and now that you got it right and got it together, you think you can wag your finger. Stop wagging your goddamn finger. That shit don't feel like love. We have to switch our mentalities towards each other, and it's happening. So guess what? I'm going to continue to push it, because they never stop with negativity. They never stop pushing their negativity. They never stop. If your great-great-grandma wasn't in America, if your great-great-grandma didn't deal with Jim Crow, didn't deal with Reconstruction, don't have any lineage of American chattel slavery, when we start talking about reparations, you go ahead and shut the fuck up. Don't tell us, I don't want to, respect. I understand the playbook is the same all across the diaspora. So whatever you dealt with in Haiti ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about in America. Because we trying to help you get your money back from France. If we could do it here, we could do it there. Because it all stems from here. All the culture follows us. Niggas want to talk about African Americans ain't got no culture. Go look in Nigeria. There's a bunch of YNs out there now. Dressing, throwing up our gang signs, wearing Nike skis. It's hot as hell.
Nigga got on a bubble coat.
Nigga got on a bubble coat, Montclair. It starts here. The sooner you accept that and start supporting us, the sooner you might see a difference in where you're from. Because we're going to support it. We won't be doing all that hate and shit. I don't want to hear about what your great-grandpa went through in Jamaica. If it didn't happen here, when we start talking about reparations in this country, you shut the fuck up. Unless it's support. I don't care about your nigga who came over, your uncle who came over here with $6 and built this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that. We talking about here. When we talking about business that pertains to us and our history here, if it don't got nothing to do with you and you're not going to be supportive, you shut the fuck up. Because as soon as something happened to you, we're going to be the first ones to speak up. And there's a history of that. If we don't turn towards each other globally, we're going to have even more problems. We're going to take that pop the balloon and cancel that. Baddies is canceled, thank God. We can get the shade room out of here next. Federal funding ran out for No Jumper. Once they hit the sting operation, now that's finna be gone. Follow suit. Because if we overwhelmingly despise it, but it's still going, well, that sounds like federal funding. All of it is possible. We have it all. We've seen it all. We have blueprints. Yeah, they're going to come through and try to destroy it, and we have to be steadfast about defending what's ours. We can't submit to defeat. Oh, well, they'll come destroy it, so we just not going to try. No, that's how you make situations worse. And you're projecting defeat, projecting fear. That shit got to stop. If you're not speaking life into a situation, if you're not being completely optimistic about the possibilities, you shut the fuck up. You don't think niggas that speak in progress understand regression? You don't think we understand the pitfalls? You don't think we understand how things have been destroyed? Nigga, the reason I'm speaking on because I understand what was lost. I understand how it was lost. I understand why it was lost. I know why they trying to destroy it. And I'm trying to encourage niggas to rebuild it, and I want to be a part of the rebuilding process. And I don't need to hear you. I'm laying the foundation. You talking about, oh, well, you remember when they built the foundation. Like, shut the fuck up. Go with that scary ass shit. I ain't got time for that scary shit. You want to be scared? You gonna be scared over there. Over here, we're gonna be fearless, we're gonna have courage, and we're gonna be willing to fight the fuck back. And if something happened where a young man defend himself, and the media is overwhelmingly trying to paint him like a villain, we're going to put our money in that defense fund. And we're going to make sure he's represented by the best. Get to these voicemails and emails, man.
Yo, grits and eggs, Deontay, Big Ice Cup, Bucket Hat, Cat. What's up with y'all, man? Yeah, man, grits and eggs. It's your boy, man, Dimitri, man, from the original. It was Chocolate City, but so it's very, very mixed now, you know what I'm saying? Very, very mixed. I don't know what kind of flavor this is. But no, I ain't called for no advice or nothing. And I don't want to get too long with it. I just want to let y'all know, definitely appreciate the show. My cousin put me on to y'all because she said that it was similar to some of the things I talked about, or I'll be reading and stuff and be presenting to my family, my friends and shit. But, yeah, man, as far as the relationship with change and stuff, that really, touched me. Cause, even though I haven't been convicted of anything, I've just been holding and shit. But like, a lot of my friends dealing with the system, people got killed. I mean, y'all know the black struggle. It's just, at this point, what I have a problem with is, we address the young boys and young girls as YNs and stuff. And I hate it because it's the stereotype building around them that young black children are pretty much super predators. That's what I hear when I hear other races say YNs. I hear super predators. So I just be one to advise. I advise people. I advise my family, my friends, like I said. We can't look at them as, oh, the YN's doing this, and that, because these are our children at the end of the day. And if we don't look at them as the beautiful souls that they can eventually develop to, you know what I'm saying, and who is, you know what I'm saying, nobody likes us. Black women, black men, nobody likes us. Not even us at this point. I mean, and I appreciate what y'all doing by just saying, hey, man, we got to start wrapping around each other, man. But, man, y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Grits and eggs. I just wanted to call in, man, and just touch base, man, let y'all know, man, y'all really doing something different. I pray for y'all sanity, y'all families, you know what I'm saying? And, man, y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Even motivated me to get a little creative. Not on no YouTube stuff, but I mean, I'm doing some stuff, man. But thank y'all for everything, man. Y'all stay up. It's all love, bro. Peace.
Appreciate you, brother.
Much love, much love.
Yeah. See how and I just pick them. I don't read them or listen to them first. I just pick them, and you see how perfectly aligned it is with what today's message was.
They be God, bro.
Bro, that be God, bro, every time. Because I'm telling you, like, when it comes to music, when it comes to voicemails, I just go through and I select them. And I just go because I would rather have, like, a natural reaction. So, man, thank you, bro. Thank you. That's motivation, bro. That's going to keep us going. And to what you said about the YNs, like, that's my point. It creates a stereotype and it creates a gateway for them to discriminate against us and to box our young men and women into these spaces of being criminals and super predators, as he said. So I thank you for your words of encouragement and your support, bro. Appreciate you. From DC.
Hey, Deontay Kyle. A big fan. I'm going to just take to the point, man. HVAC is ruining my life. 2024, I dropped out of school, moved 6 hours away to a town that was cheap, and just tried to restart my life. I was fucking up in school, getting into all type of shit I shouldn't have been into. So the best way to save myself was to just drop out. So I moved away, and now I'm working at Home Depot. Life is just going by. I'm unfulfilled. I'm like, man, let me get into something. Let me go back to school. Ever since I graduated high school, I initially wanted to go to trade school for HVAC, but we had the whole COVID shit going on when I graduated in 2020. So I did online school, regular college, and then I went to actual university about 2022. Just to drop out in 2024. Got 2 years under my belt. Had fun. I had a great time. But back to what I was saying, though. HVAC is running my life, man. Ever since 2025 rolled around and I quit my job, life was unfulfilling. I'm like, let me go to school for HVAC and get some real job security, learn skill and trade that's going to feed me for the rest of my life. So now I'm in HVAC school. I started that in January. It's now April. I'm doing good. I got an A in the class. But it's ruining my life because I can't seem to keep a job or keep anything, like, I can't keep nothing going for myself. I go to school from 8:30 in the morning to 4:30 p.m. and my school is a half an hour away from the town I stay in. So it's so hard for me to get a job.
All right, this is you need a perspective change. Okay, you trying to transition into a new room and stay in the old room too. You trying to open a new door while you got your hand holding the other door open. It's not ruining your life. You're going through a transitional phase, and you want what you trying to be in two places at once, right? So the thing is like you're going to have to submit to what your new trajectory is. So I understand that it may get hard financially, and you can't be afraid to ask for help, and you can't be afraid to ask your family for help, and you can't be afraid to ask your loved ones or your friends for help if you do need financial support. And I'm pretty sure if they know what you got going on, that they'll be more than willing to help. And if you don't have that familial support, then you're gonna have to, like, you already in it, you're doing good, you have to commit to it and see it through. Because you know the silver lining here is it's coming. You already committed to the transition, but the thing is it feel like you have too many commitments, and you need to change your mindset and your perspective around saying it's ruining your life. You don't sound like a man whose life is ruined. You sound like a man who's stepping into a transformative state. You understand the mistakes you made in the past that led you here. You put together a play, you put together a plan, and you're executing on the plan, and things are hard. It's not going to be easy. That's life. Anytime you're trying to transition and level up, you're going to be met with difficulties, and you're going to be met with obstacles and things that will seem like you making the wrong decision. I got into how I got into going to school anyway was I was Okay. May, my mother died. I was working a job. This is May 2019. May 2019. My mother died. I left to go see about her, and I got fired from my job. But I didn't give a fuck because it's like, you gonna fire me at this time? I don't give a fuck. I come back and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And I knew that the trade was an option. I wasn't making no money. I was waiting tables at Chili's and going to school. But I knew if I put my head down and went through that program, that I would be in a transformative state. And we didn't have a lot of money for shit. We didn't do no extras. And even when you go off and get the job, it takes time for that money to start rolling in. And when you start entry level, it ain't a whole bunch of money to begin with. And I was thinking the same thing. Oh man, I made a bad decision. But I had to change my perspective. There is no get rich quick. There is no overnight. There things take time. And you have to give yourself time to progress. You're making a progressive step. You don't see all these people advocating for trades and having success in these trades and creating financial stability for themselves and their families without going through some type of struggle to get it. Because you're in the middle of your life. So the first plans that you had, you ruined them, admittedly, by making bad decisions. So when you're trying to bounce back, it's going to be hard. Because the path of ease that you had, you fucked it up. That's just real. Think about how much worse it's going to be without it. Without the degree, without the certification, without the skill, without the trade, you look like you have a pattern of starting things and not finishing them. And it sounds like you're in the midst of that pattern again, and you're trying to make an excuse for it. But how can something that's going to profoundly change the trajectory of your life be ruining it? Just because it's not easy or convenient? Nut the fuck up, see it through, and get back to us when you're employed. And let us know how you feeling in. Stay the course.
Mm-hmm. Hey, my name is Rashawn Blanding. You gave me advice about like being a little bit more able to be like try to be more confident, and I have been becoming more confident lately. I just wanted to ask is, as men, have you had moments where you also dealt with like having a hard time showing off your full extent of your personality and how tough that can be? By the way, it is freaking funny. It's funny how I didn't even say anything about your names. Like, I understand, like, Deontay, you seem like the more confident one, and Big Cat, you do seem confident too, but, like, I just wanted to make sure that, like maybe you guys can have some advice on, like, how to allow yourself to show, like a good, how wide your personality goes. Thank you. Love your show. Love what you do. And liberation to you all. Later.
Hey, man, he sound better already.
Yeah,
bro.
he do, man. He came in confident,
yeah,
bro.
came in hot. Look, bro, the thing is this. The less you give a fuck, the more you free.
Yeah.
Like, I really just don't give a fuck what people think. That comes with age, too, and it comes with experience. But it also comes with, like, giving yourself, like, I'm my full self around Big Cat, right? So whether he would judge me for these things or not, I can't concern myself, because if we friends, if I could be accepted by the people that I love and love me, fuck everybody else. So it starts with doing it, like, locally. Like, it starts with doing it to the people, with the people that's closest to you. Throw some of your weird shit out there. But also stand 10 toes on your weird shit. Stand 10 toes on your quirks. Be witty. Never, don't downplay the things that you like and love. But also it comes with it's like everything else. It's a muscle. You just practice. You just practice. You just practice. Say that risky joke. It might not land, but the confidence in doing it doesn't mean you won't do it again. It means like, shit, well, I did it once. And see how much it really affects you. It don't. The thing that you're affected most by is the fear of perception. And we all have those fears. We all are questionable about how we're being perceived. What are people saying when we're not around? Things like that. the less you give a fuck, the more freedom you have. So it's really gonna have to get to a point where you're just like, man, you know what? I just don't give a fuck. And it also comes with a reassurance that you love and like yourself already. Because once you're there with that, like once you're there with the fact, like, man, I like how I am. I like the way I think. I like the way I feel. I like the way it makes me feel. Once you get to that place, hey, man, the sky's the limit, bro. Can't nobody stop you. But you sound great, man. You sound like you're in good spirits. And we happy that we could help, man. How you feeling, Big Cat?
He sounds like a whole nother person when he called in.
Absolutely.
'Cause when he first called in, it was kind of like he was stumbling. It was dead spots in the call. You could tell he just wasn't a confident person.
Right.
But now he's like, yeah, man.
He doing his
do
thing.
it. Yeah. So now he's reached another point now where he's like, all right, well, I'm confident.
But now I need that next step.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, man.
For sure. Proud of you.
Proud of you, man.
For
You're
real.
already doing this shit. Like, you literally are already in the midst of doing it. And so, man, keep it up, man. And thank you for calling in again. What to do? Hey, everyone, I could really use some advice. I'll try to keep this short because I can go on all day. I'm 29. I'm currently teaching at a predominantly white religious private school in Louisiana. It's a well-known and affluent school in my area, but as you can imagine, I've experienced a lot of racism and microaggression here, and it's taking a toll. I will add that this school is trying to make changes by creating DEI committees, creating scholarships for people of color, as their tuition is currently $20,000 for the year for just preschool. School goes up to the 8th grade. But I think it's taking too much of a toll, and I want to leave the school and teaching. I recently earned a degree in cybersecurity from my local community college, but I've been struggling to find a job in that field since I don't have any experience outside of teaching. I've been applying to work with nonprofits or organizations that serve and uplift my community. My dilemma is with the threat of public school defunding, I worry about leaving the private school sector because it provides a stable place for my 2 sons if I needed to take them out of public school. Where I live, there is a high chance that the state will not take over public school funding. I also know that once I leave this type of position, it'll be hard to get back in, but I'm unhappy, and I think it's causing a lot of anxiety for me. Should I thug it out in my current role for my kids and move on, or do what I think is best for now? I'm feeling sick. I also worry about making myself fit into a space I'm not welcome or belong in. Okay. So the emotions are a guide. The emotions guide. The mind creates the plan. Okay. So here's the first thing. I know that once I leave this type of position, it'll be hard to get back in. Let that mentality go. Stop that. Stop that. If you got there once, you can get there again. If you got there once, you can get there again. This isn't a one-off. This isn't the luck of the universe. This isn't the white supply. This isn't the white society throwing you a bone. Okay, regardless of what they're trying to do with the DEI initiatives and scholarships, they're doing that for optics. Okay, because they're doing all that, and you're still being met with microaggressions and racism. The emotions are the guide. The mind is the plan. Make a plan. Cybersecurity, cool. Everybody that's been talking to me about cybersecurity say it's extremely difficult to get into those spaces. And I get it because they promote it a lot online and they promote that as an easy entryway to tech. And what we've been shown time and time again is that it is not. And it seems like you have a passion about education, but you're just in the wrong situation. Make a plan. If you are in a good position, save your money up. If there's a need for, have you thought about moving? Have you thought about looking into black charter schools, black private schools, and seeing what's needed there? Because it seems like you're passionate about education. It seems like you hate being in an environment where you're the minority and you really can't defend yourself. But you also are trying to find that comfortability and space for your children, which is commendable. And that's what any parent would do. So I'm going to say this. And I'm going to leave it open to the listeners. If you live in Louisiana, because she didn't specify what city, and I don't want to make any assumptions. If you live in Louisiana and you know of any more affluent schools for black and brown kids or just great public school systems that are in need of teachers and educators, please reach out and let us know, and I will respond to this young lady with these opportunities. It seems like her passion is in education. It seems like she's unhappy with the situation she's in now, and that is due to racism. And the thing is if you're dealing with it as an adult, what do you think your children are going to deal with, right? Because eventually you're going to want to integrate them into the school so you can keep an eye on them and be closer. Or you're just going to reach your wits in and you're going to snap and then you're going to end up nowhere. The emotion is a guide. The mind makes the plan. It's time to make a plan. Right now you're scrambling because of the emotions that you feel. And it's creating a situation of anxiety, and it's not going to get any better. These people aren't going to wake up one day and decide, let's stop being racist. It's not. So let's make a plan. You've endured this far. It's almost the end of the school semester. So let's endure and let's make a plan and make that plan to change something over the summer. If you have to move, you got money, you got it stacked up, make a plan to move. If you got to drive a little further, just make the plans, make the arrangements. Take it slow. But the defeated mentality of that you can't get it again, you got to kill that right now. You can definitely get it again. You have the qualifications and you're fit for the job. You almost 30, which means that we can't make emotional, irrational decisions. We can't be impulsive here. Just make a plan and understand that like you are fully equipped with everything you need right now. And you're already enduring it. You endure it for a few more months and you make a plan to transition when it's time to go. But anybody that's in education in Louisiana that knows of opportunities where this young lady can make a smooth transfer, I'm assuming she lives in South Louisiana, probably New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, something like that. And if not, we'll figure it all out. We'll figure it all out. But if anybody knows of any education opportunities in the Louisiana area, let me know, and we'll see if that's compatible with what she's looking for, and we'll go from there. But don't have a defeated mentality about it. Don't think that you just got lucky. You deserve the opportunity that you got. You just don't deserve the treatment. Have a good day. Godspeed to you. We're wishing you the best, baby. Feeling alone in my surroundings. What's up, Deontay and Big Cat? I fuck with y'all heavily. Never missed an episode. Keep doing y'all thing. I'm blank, 25, living in Houston, Texas. Some background on me, I grew up in mostly white schools, but still had to make sure that I stuck with my people when it came to having friends. Never wanted to touch a white woman. Black queens forever.
Snow bunnies never.
During college, made sure to always wrap up. And after talking to a Hispanic girl, a couple of months, she ended up pregnant. Well, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Very fertile women. She felt it was time for her to start having children since she's a bit older than I am, and I can't take that away from her. So I stayed. We moved back to our hometown in Houston. Our little girl is about to be 3. I managed to still get in the tech industry despite not finishing my degree. There are 2 problems now. One, my girl has a lot more family than I do. We at least live close to my people, but I don't feel like it's enough. I don't want my daughter to have an identity crisis when she's older. I want her to have pride in being black while we're still respecting her other half. 2, lost a lot of friends throughout the years, so a lot of my interactions outside of family is just the one friend I have. And since I work in tech, I'm mostly surrounded by white people. What is your advice for these situations? Seek out your community and become a regular. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you live in the Houston area, there's pretty black businesses. There's plenty of black events going on. Mm-hmm. You have to get outside the house, okay? And you need to have this conversation with her, right? Because naturally they have more family. You know, they come over here in some dire straits. You know what I mean? They come over here in groups, and they stick to those groups throughout their struggle. We've been largely separated due to systemic issues that we've discussed and we won't get back into. We know what the problems are. There are constantly going to be festivals, parades, events that are thrown for black people by black people that you and your daughter should attend. Because the more she's used to seeing herself and the more she's used to seeing her people together and having fun, the more pride she will have in it. And it's also up to you to be a part of the education about black people and black Americans' history. It's up to you to make sure that she spend more time around your mother and your father and your cousins and your family. And these things are very achievable. And what it seems like you have is concerns, right? You have concerns, but this is a great dad. Mm-hmm. A lot of vision on you, good court vision. Mm-hmm. Very resilient young man too, to still land on your feet even when it came to the degree, to not getting your degree. Very stand-up young man for not trying to convince this woman to get rid of this baby and stepping up to the plate and being a father. And understanding all of the complexities that come with that, and you still landed on your feet. You already a good nigga, and you already in a good position. Mm-hmm. You already doing your thing, and the concerns that you have are very achievable, like objectives. Like just go where Black people are. Go to those spaces that you're comfortable in to make her comfortable in them. You grew up in these white spaces and you still made you still understood that the cornerstone of me has to be in my community, in my culture. So whatever you did to achieve that, you do that for her. You're going to be all right, man. You already doing good, bro. Yeah. Shout out to you. All right, last one and we're going to get up out of here.
All right.
I need some unc to nephew guidance. Yo, what's going on, Big Cat, Deontay, Kyle, Grissom X fam? Much love to y'all. Y'all really pushing the agendas for the YNs like myself. Stop calling yourself that. You're a young man.
Mm-hmm. Young king.
Young king.
Young God.
Young God. Asiatic black man.
Yeah.
Really pushing the agenda for young men like myself. Today I'm here looking for some life advice. I'm 19. I work full-time as a quality inspector.
God damn.
Look at this
19.
And you calling yourself a YN? Don't let the propaganda get to you, brother.
Come on, man.
Huh? Black kings forever.
Mm-hmm.
I have a loving family and a girlfriend. I make music. Right now, I should just be enjoying the time of my life, but I'm having a hard time loving myself since a kid. I've always been ostracized based off the things I like or the way I think or view the world. That's kind of made me hate myself as I've gotten older. I've tried therapy, but I know I need to do the work on my own. I don't want to feel this way. Taking a year off from making music, and that's really taking a toll on me. I want to make music to inspire people going through the same situation, talk about the topics you guys talk about on the pod, but I can't seem to get out my own box. My question is to you guys, A, how can I start to love myself better? B, how can I get out of this box and put what I'm feeling into words? Thank you. Keep doing what y'all doing. God bless. Well, to point A, 19 is rough.
Yeah.
Okay. It's safe to say that none of us knew enough about ourselves to completely love ourselves at 19, right? Mm-hmm. But you do have a loving family, and you need to pick your hobby back up. Okay, you make music as a form of self-expression and as a form of therapy. I wouldn't downplay therapy either, but you understand that you like you say, you understand you have to do the work yourself, but the therapist is going to give you homework, right? Homework to do for yourself. You are not in an extremely unique situation. You are in a situation that a lot of 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds and even 30-year-olds are still dealing with. But the fact that you're able to identify it, it puts you ahead of the game, and you understand that you want to create a solution towards this, right? So the thing is, all of us have these things and these quirks about ourselves that either we feared too much to openly express because we knew they would ostracize us for them, or some of us were bold and courageous enough to go ahead and express it. And the fact that you were willing to express it and deal with the ostracization, and you still landed on your feet by getting yourself in a good position to set yourself up for a career, even if that might change or not, you're already on your feet. And you have a hobby. You need to stick to your hobby. Talk to your girl about this. Talk to your people about this. The way that we really get to a place of building community is losing the fear of expression, right? So if you are met with good reception, then that will dictate how you move forward. But if these are the problems that you're dealing with, and you know you have a great girlfriend, and you know you have a loving family, you need to allow them in so they can help support you in these situations. You can't go through these type of things alone, because you're going to compound the issue, and you're going to keep digging, and you're going to keep picking yourself apart to the point where you won't love yourself at all. Now, you obviously have love for yourself because you want to be better. That's a loving gesture. You want to fix the issue. That's a loving gesture already. So I wouldn't say it's a fair assumption for yourself to assume about yourself that you don't love yourself. You definitely do love yourself, and you have people around you that love you. How do you get out the box and put the feeling into words? Well, you get you a journal and write your thoughts out. Get back into making your music, even if it's just for yourself, right? You have to stay creative. You obviously have some inclination to be creative. You want to make inspirational music. Everything doesn't have to be for public consumption. Some things you need to do just to get some shit off, right? Oftentimes, like, we'll reduce ourselves to these things of like, this is just something I have to figure out. This is something I need to do on my own. But like, that is the most anti-community take. And as individuals, sometimes we don't have the tools or perspectives to get ourselves out of a fucked up place of a fucked up state of being mentally, right? So this is the thing. Now this is something I was thinking about last night. So I want to say this as it pertains to you and as it pertains to everybody. If God is within you, why don't you talk to yourself? When you really start conversing with yourself, when you start talking to yourself about the problems you experience, you get the answers right back. You have to activate that God within yourself by speaking on the things that are going on within self. Because when you keep them all in, then you're confusing the voices. When you keep them in, you conflate all the voices as the same things. You have a higher self and a lower self operating in you at all times. But then you're in the middle. You're in the middle. This is the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other, but you're in the middle. And if you don't express out loud to yourself what you're dealing with, then you're not going to know what side to take the advice from. And if we already feeding that lower self, that negative talk, that self-doubt, that self-deprecation, if we constantly are feeding that, then you'll succumb to it. But when you start speaking out loud, when you say it out loud, even if it's to yourself, you'll be able to separate the two voices right then and there. Because the positive voice, the encouraging voice, the affirming voice, it gets loud. And that's the voice you want to listen to. If God is within you, why aren't you talking to yourself? Now, this is another thing. We trust in this society. We talk about propaganda, and we talk about the way the media uses propaganda. And they don't only use propaganda racially, they use it spiritually as well. They try to tell you that a crazy person talks to themselves. No, a crazy person keeps it in all day and allows it to spin them out of control, allows it to create assumptions, allows it to spin a web of narratives that aren't rooted in reality at all. I've been speaking to myself since I was a little boy. Mm-hmm. Because you have to, who's a better coach than you? Who know you better than yourself? If God is within you, why aren't you talking to yourself? That's a main line to God. You're going to be all right, bro. Like, you're a young man, you got a great head on your shoulders. You have no issue with identifying the problems. You understand what the shortcomings have been, and you understand that you have support. But if you're not gonna express yourself to these people who support you, and if you're not gonna express yourself even to yourself, then you're gonna be in a rotating door of anxiety, self-deprecation, and negative self-talk. Express it, say it out loud, shout it, get it out your body. And that's where you're going to find the answers. This has been episode 60 of the Grits and Eggs podcast. I am Deontay Kyle, but who's behind the camera?
Big Ice Cup Cat.
Episode 60. DeontayKyle.com for all the merch. Deontay.Kyle across all platforms. 657-234-EGGS. That's 657-234-3447 for advice. Deontay at DeontayKyle.com for advice. For submissions, for bookings. We changed our mind. We're going to skip New Music Monday next week because it's going to be episode 5. And I promise you this. I'm coming back with a freestyle. Episode 5, we get Deontay back on the mic.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Signing off. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We love you. And until next time, when we back, we out.